Good morning, my dear children. So, here we are with a new topic in the chapter Admission of a New Partner. Till the last class, we have practiced full questions, which includes preparation of revaluation account, partner's capital account, and the reconstituted balance sheet of the new firm. It also includes steps for calculating sacrificing ratio, the journal entries for the capital and premium brought by the new partner. And I've also taught you to make cash account or bank account as per the question. So those are the 6 steps in which we have learned how to complete a full question. In that entire preparation of those 6 steps, we are adding this new topic which is known as adjustment of capital at the time of admission of a new partner. So it says it may be decided on admission of a new partner that either new partner will contribute as capital in proportion to his share of profit, or that the capital of other partners will be adjusted to make them proportionate to the respective share of profits. In simple method, we can say that there are 2 ways or 2 methods by which capital adjustment can be done. So here are they. The methods of capital adjustment are as follows. Number 1, adjustment of old partner's capital on the basis of new or incoming partner's capital. This is the first method, that we distribute the capital of all old partners on the basis of the capital of new partner and his share. Or in simple terms, it can be said as in new profit sharing ratio. This is first method. And second method says proportionate capital method. So these are the 2 popular methods for doing capital adjustment of old partners at the time of admission of a new partner. And in today's class, we are going to discuss the first method of capital adjustment. So let's move ahead. So under this first method, these are the steps by which we can do the capital adjustment. The first step says calculate the total capital of the new firm on the basis of capital of the new partner, and this may be called as new capital of the firm. Then we need to determine the new capital of each partner. That means distribute the new capital among the partners in the new profit sharing ratio. The next step, we have to ascertain the adjusted capital of old partners. That means after all adjustments are made in the capital account, which gives effect to all adjustments such as goodwill reserve and revaluation account. And then finally, we find surplus or deficit. So these are the simple steps by which capital adjustment working is done. This will become more clear when we move ahead with a complete question. So let's move with a question and understand these steps clearly. So here is a full question. The question says, Sanjana and Alok were partners in a firm sharing profit and losses in the ratio 3:2. On 31st March 2018, their balance sheet was as follows. So this is the balance sheet of Sanjana and Alok on 31st March 2018. Further, the following additional information is provided. On 1st April 2018, they admitted Nidhi as a new partner for 1/4 share in the profits on the following terms. So the question says, goodwill of the firm was valued at rupees 4 lakh and Nidhi brought the necessary amount of her share of goodwill, that is premium, in cash, and half of which was withdrawn by the old partners. So I hope you remember those cases of treatment of premium for goodwill, where we have learned the case where the goodwill is brought by the new partner, and it is simultaneously withdrawn by these old partners. Then stock was to be increased by 20% and furniture was reduced to 90%. Investments were to be valued at rupees 3 lakh, and Alok, an old partner, took over investments at this value. This value means at rupees 3 lakh. So we will have to compare it with the value given in the balance sheet. Further, the adjustment says Nidhi brought rupees 3 lakh as her capital, and the capitals of Sanjana and Alok were adjusted in the new profit sharing ratio. So this adjustment number D is our new topic, capital adjustment by the first method, that is on the basis of new partner's share and her capital. So Nidhi is a new partner whose share was already given 1 by 4, see here, and she brought rupees 3 lakh as her capital. I hope this question is clear to you. Since you must have practiced the previous questions from the exercise, you should be able to understand this. What is new is this adjustment number D. So here is your solution. We have learned the first step where we calculate the sacrificing ratio. And I'm not going to discuss the sacrificing ratio steps shown here. You can very clearly see the steps coming in a very smooth flow like we have learned. And finally, the sacrificing ratio between the two old partners, Sanjana and Alok, is coming as 3:2. And now what is the purpose of calculating sacrificing ratio? Today again I am repeating, the only purpose of calculating sacrificing ratio is do the accounting treatment of premium for goodwill brought by the new partner. Sacrificing ratio's role stops here. So in this sacrificing ratio 3:2, the premium brought by the new partner Nidhi will be credited to the old partners. I hope you understand this. Here is our step 2 where we do the treatment for the capital brought by the new partner and the premium for goodwill. So first entry goes cash account debit rupees 4 lakh to Nidhi's capital account 3 lakh to premium for goodwill account 1 lakh, being capital and premium for goodwill brought in cash by new partner Nidhi. In the second entry, premium for goodwill account debit 1 lakh to Sanjana's capital 60,000, to Alok's capital 40,000, being Nidhi's share of premium for goodwill credited to Sanjana and Alok in their sacrificing ratio 3:2. Remember, sacrificing ratio. And since in this question it was told that the old partners are withdrawing half of their premium for goodwill, so there has to be third entry, Sanjana's capital account debit 30,000, Alok's capital account debit 20,000, to cash account 50,000. This is 50%, that is half. 60,000 credited to Sanjana and withdrawn 30,000. 40,000 credited to Alok and withdrawn 20,000. Total amount withdrawn from the firm is rupees 50,000. And this is one of the case of treatment for premium for goodwill. I hope you all remember this. So after treatment for goodwill, here is our step 3 where this revaluation account is drawn on the basis of additional information provided to us. So here is decrease in furniture by 30,000, increase in stock by rupees 30,000, and this investment which was taken over by Alok has a profit for the partnership firm which is 40,000. So there is gain on revaluation of assets and liabilities, which is very simply transferred to old partners Sanjana and Amit in their old profit sharing ratio. So this profit on revaluation is 40,000, which is distributed in their old profit sharing ratio. I hope you understand this. Now we will move with step 4 where we are drawing partners capital account, which always starts with the opening capital of the old partners, which is 5 lakh and 4 lakh. Then the capital brought by the new partner Nidhi, which is 3 lakh. Distribution of premium for goodwill between the sacrificing partners Sanjana and Alok, 60,000 and 40,000. Then revaluation profit credited to the partners in revaluation account with 24,000 and 16,000. Workmen's compensation fund appearing in the balance sheet on the liability side on the date of admission is distributed among old partners in the old profit sharing ratio, 36,000 and 24,000. Then on the debit side, since the partner withdrew the premium for goodwill, remember the entry, premium for goodwill account debit to Sanjana's capital to Alok's capital, 30,000 Sanjana withdrew, 20,000 Alok withdrew. Then there is investment taken over by the partner Alok, for which the value given in the balance sheet for investment was 2,60,000, whereas he took over this investment at rupees 3 lakh. So there is a journal entry which says Alok's capital account debit to investment account 2,60,000, to revaluation account 40,000. Remember, this 40,000 we have already taken on the credit side of revaluation accounts, and I told you that this is a gain for the partnership firm because the investment of rupees 2,60,000 is being taken over by the partner Alok at rupees 3 lakh. So this adds up to 3 lakh, 260 plus 40,000. This entry has been mentioned in the working notes after the balance sheet, so we will take care of that. Finally, after doing the totaling, the balancing for the partners comes as Sanjana 590, 5,90,000, Alok 1,60,000 and Nidhi, the new partner, 3 lakh. This is a normal capital account in a normal question. But remember, our question was with capital adjustment, that adjustment number D given in the question. And for that, I'm teaching you a method or a technique by which you should very carefully understand how to do it so that you can simply arrive with the steps for calculation of capital adjustment. For this method number one, whenever it comes in a question, you have to do an additional step. And what is that additional step? We will extend our partner's capital account with 4 to 5 lines. I repeat, we will extend our partner's capital account with 4 to 5 lines. And here it is. So can you see this now? This is extension of our partner's capital account. What you're going to do is, you're going to transfer this balance CD from this left or the debit side of partner's capital account. I have named this as Roman 1, balance CD number 1. This is for our convenience to understand initially, otherwise there is no need to write down this one. The capital of all the three partners will be brought down here on the credit side below the total. This is the total, so just below this we will write down by balance BD and write down the same balance CD which came from the debit side, 590, 160 and 3 lakh. So this is one simple step you do. After this, what we have to do is, we will have to understand it through working. So let's go into working first for the steps of capital adjustment, and then we'll come back to this extended area. This is our extended area of a capital account, this one. Okay, so let's go into this step. Children, this is part of your working notes, how to do the capital adjustment. So those steps which we discussed in the theory, here is this. We have to find out the capital of the new firm on the basis of new partner Nidhi's capital. So Nidhi brought rupees 3 lakh. Therefore, we have to divide this 3 lakh by her share, which is 1 by 4. So when you divide anything with an amount, you convert that divide sign into multiply, and 1 by 4 reciprocal, which is 4 by 1, will be equal to rupees 12 lakh. So you multiply the capital of Nidhi with the reciprocal of her share, and that comes as rupees 12 lakh. Then this 12 lakh will be divided among the partners in the new profit sharing ratio, and the distribution in new profit sharing ratio goes 12 lakh into 9 by 20 for old partner Sanjana, which comes as rupees 5,40,000, and for the second old partner Alok, this 12 lakh divided in his new profit sharing ratio 6 by 20 is equal to 3,60,000. So 12 lakh, the new profit sharing ratio for both old partners comes as 5,40,000 for Sanjana, and for Alok it comes as 3,60,000. And remember, the capital of the new partner, that means Nidhi, is already 3 lakh. So this 5,40,000 for Sanjana, 3,60,000 for Alok and 3 lakh for Nidhi, it adds up to rupees 12 lakh. Clear? Now, just take care. This 540, 360 and 3 lakh. Where it is going? It is going in our extended area of partners capital account, which I want to come back here and write it here as to balance CD. To balance CD. What you're going to do is you're going to leave at least two lines, one, two, or three. One, two will be sufficient, and you can write this new capital here: 540 for Alok, 360 for Sanjana. Sorry, 540 for Sanjana, 360 for Alok, and for the new partner Nidhi, 3 lakh. So this is your second step in the extended area after you have brought down their original capital as by balance BD. Children, take care, by balance BD, BD. And this is to balance CD. This is CD number 2. I showed you CD number 1. So just for your help and convenience, we're writing this 2. Otherwise, it's not necessary. After doing this, what you're going to do is you're going to compare it individually for both the old partners, which is greater. BD is 590, the original capital of Sanjana, and the new capital CD is 5,40,000. Whichever is greater will be written as the total. So 590 is greater. So this becomes the total here, 590, and it also becomes the total on the debit side, 590. That means this 590 total minus 540 balance CD will be 50,000. I repeat, 5,90,000 minus 5,40,000 will be equal to 50,000. Now let's see for the second partner, 1,60,000. It's balance BD coming from the upper area of our capital account, 1,60,000, and the balance CD, that means the new capital for Alok is 3,60,000, which is greater. 3,60,000 is greater. So write down 3,60,000 here and also write down 3,60,000 on the credit side. Now 3,60,000 minus this 1,60,000 will be equal to 2 lakh. So this is how you arrive at this figure 2 lakh for Alok and rupees 50,000 for Sanjana. And what you are simply going to write here on the particular is to cash account and here by cash account. Whenever this difference comes on the credit side, it is additional capital introduced by that partner. So here Alok is bringing 2 lakh rupees cash to make his capital from 1,60,000 to 3,60,000. This is the simple meaning of this extended portion. I repeat, Alok is bringing 2 lakh rupees cash to make his original capital 1,60,000 into new capital 3,60,000. And for Sanjana, she's having her original capital as 5,90,000, which should be coming down to 5,40,000. So what she is doing is she is withdrawing 50,000 from 590 to make it equal to 540. So this is why it's written here withdrew capital. You're not supposed to write this, but because this is our first question related to capital adjustment, we're talking about this. So Sanjana is withdrawing 50,000, whereas Alok is bringing 2 lakh rupees, for which there has to be journal entry in the working, and this is written here in the working notes. Look here, the entry goes: Sanjana's capital account debit 50,000 to cash account, being cash permanently withdrawn by Sanjana. Remember in chapter 2 we have talked about when is the capital balances changes for the partners, when it is fixed capital method, and there we have talked about withdrawal of capital permanently. That means from the capital the money is withdrawn by the partner. So this is one example. Sanjana's capital account to cash account. Alok is bringing 2 lakh rupees as additional capital. Entry goes cash account debit 2 lakh to Alok's capital account 2 lakh. This is just like a new partner Nidhi bringing 3 lakh. So whenever a partner brings, this is the entry. So these are the two entries based on those two postings, or I can say these are the two entries based on which those postings are done in the capital account. And finally, this closes your capital account with the extended area, and here it is once again. So you just have to keep this 3-4 lines here, 1 2 3 4, and then the total. So whenever you extend this capital account under this method, take care of these 3-4 lines where very simple calculation is to be done in the working notes, and this should be closed. So this was the new part of our question under the first method of capital adjustment. And here is the working for capital adjustment we already discussed. And here is the entry for Alok taking over the investment. So Alok's capital account 3 lakh, to investment account with the amount given in the balance sheet 260, to revaluation account 40,000. Because the investment of 260 is being taken over at 3 lakh, so the firm gets a profit of 40,000 which is credited to revaluation account. And finally, we will move to our next step, step number 5, which is cash account. Since in this question, the balance sheet, there is no bank account, so all the transactions are to be shown through cash. So if I have written bank anywhere in the calculation, you must treat it as synonymous of cash. So this is opening balance coming from the balance sheet. This is Nidhi's capital 3 lakh. This is premium for goodwill 1 lakh. And we remember this entry of capital adjustment where Alok has brought 2 lakh rupees. On the credit side, Sanjana withdrew rupees 50,000. If you remember, so this is 50,000 Sanjana's capital withdrawn, and this is the premium which was withdrawn, half of the amount. So Sanjana withdrew 30,000 from her premium of 60,000, and Alok withdrew 20,000 from his premium of 40,000. And finally, the balance CD of your cash account is coming 6,60,000, which is directly transferred where it is transferred to your balance sheet in the asset side. 6,66,000. Your cash changes from 1,66,000 in the opening balance sheet, this figure, to 6,66,000 after all necessary adjustments are done. So we are going into a last step, which is the reconstituted balance sheet of the new firm. So you can see here what is new is you have to keep the capital, you have to write the capital, the new capital, the second balance CD, remember 540, 360 and 3 lakh. Not the original balance CD which was 590 for Sanjana, and for Alok it was a figure. So the capital adjustment, new capital should be shown here, and this is finally your balance sheet which matches since all things have gone correct. So children, I hope you have understood. This is the first method of capital adjustment, and what was new is that capital adjustment among the new partner, which is reflected in the extended area after doing the necessary calculation. So till here, this is normal capital account which ends here, and for the capital adjustment after doing that working, you must show the new capital here, and this is what is reflected in your balance sheet. Remember, this will not go in the balance sheet of the new firm. This new capital should go in the balance sheet of the new firm. These two amounts are important to understand, that one partner withdrew 50,000 and the other partner brought rupees 2 lakh, for which we have even written the entry. And this is your first method of capital adjustment. I hope you have understood. Now it's time now for you to write down everything under this topic in your copy. Solve this question once by seeing it from the video. Second time you have to do it on your own. And remember, I need all 6 steps in your copy when you solve this. The fair part is revaluation account, partner's capital account and balance sheet. I've already told you revaluation account carries 2 marks in exam. Partner's capital account carries 3 marks in exam, and your balance sheet also carries 3 marks when the question comes for 8 marks. Rest all steps should be part of your working notes, which is essential to be shown. And why I am writing these steps again and again for you all, because remember children, we have 21 markers question coming in exam. In every exam, you'll have 21 marks question, including board exam. And those 1 mark questions can be from any area. So when we do all these 6 steps in this full question, you are taking care of everything. So you should be able to answer it in 1 markers conceptual questions or 3 markers conceptual question. So some children were asking me, sir, shall we do working notes? Can't we do directly revaluation account, partners capital account and balance sheet? My answer is no. Please show all these steps so that you are ready for 1 mark question, 3 marks question. This method of capital adjustment can also come for only 3 marks, where only the capitals need to be adjusted. I mean, the adjusted area, extended area, which we talked about. Based on that, they can ask you entries. So, unless you understand all the steps, it is immaterial that you will be able to do it directly in exam when it comes as a conceptual question. So, I'm giving you one simple answer. Practice these 8 marks questions with all 6 steps. I hope this is clear. The message is very clear for my side. And with this hope that you will listen to my words and practice it accordingly, let's end today's class. And you need to start practicing questions with this first method of capital adjustment. Thank you, children. Take care of yourself. Be very positive all the time. Be high alert, tie your belt, keep practicing. No more, advices to be given. You're grown up children now, and the time is passing. It's already May going to end, and practice is very, very essential for this chapter. If you've done this admission thoroughly, you will have an easy way going into the next chapters. Thank you. Take care. God bless you all.